Yeah, so this was
Shiny
that
Shinx.
classical Swampert deck that we saw very briefly at the end of round one, has made its way 3-1 here, and is
Although
going up against
I don't see that.
Gardebyss.
Do you see that match?
Yes, I do. It's Anselme. Anselme is the other opponent, so it's pretty deep
There it
down in the
is. There it
list.
is.
Right now, though, Gorbis not in a good spot.
Uh oh. Lone Gorbis staring down Suicune, Swampert, Mudkip, Delcatty, Magneton, and Oddish.
Now, the good news for the Gorbis player is that this Suicune had to bounce all of its energy in order to use Reverse Stream for a KO. So it's not super likely that we'll see a back-to-back unless they have another Rare Candy Swampert. So ideally, if you are a Gorbis, you can squeeze out a couple turns here. Okay, now we're getting set up.
Okay. We got a Dunsparce, we got a Clamperl, we got a Ralts, we're doing fine.
Would like to see more energy here. Now, I'm really curious what we missed, because this Gorbis took a couple of prizes. It looks like it knocked out a Dunsparce and a Mudkip before Shiny Shinx could take the return KO. So both players right now kind of jostling for position. Oh, and there's the Rare Candy Swampert.
Uh oh. We're going to see a reverse stream, aren't we?
And that's knockout.
Down goes the Gorbis. I don't know if we are allowed to have biases as commentators, but I am excited to see Swampert here. I hope Swampert makes top 8. I want to see more Swampert.
Well, the good news is I don't think we need to be biased in order to say that Swampert's board is amazing right now. With double Watercall Swampert, they are guaranteed to reverse stream every single turn. So as long as the Suicune remains on the board, it can consistently swing for 80 damage every turn. And Gorbis is very much on the back foot right now with no energy on their board to respond.
But there is that Ralts looming. There's Double Rainbow. Are we going to see a Stun Needle?
Or Mystic Water for 30 wouldn't be like super awful.
Not the worst, certainly.
You would love a Desert Ruins if you are the Gorbis. Just to really whittle down this Suicune and try to take it out before it can destroy more of your attackers.
Yeah, that Suicune is really proven itself here. I have seen now. I'm a little out of the loop on Swampert developments. I've seen Swampert players cut the Suicune entirely.
Yes,
but
that
here
has
we're
been
seeing
somewhat common.
You know what? Reverse Stream is not so bad, actually.
Suicune EX is a good attacker, and I've gone back and forth on this with my own build. I tested both with my version, and I did settle on Ditto instead of Suicune, but I think Suicune definitely has its own benefits. Being able to just do an unconditional 3 for 80 is really good, and of course it really shores up your Blaziken matchup, which we saw Shiny Shinx take out previously. So has a lot going for it here, as we see Gorbis just has to hide behind a Dunsparce.
Sacrificial Dunsparce. So we're probably going to see that reverse stream just take that prize. Thank you very much. And it's going to be up to Gorbis to say, okay, well, can I put on more pressure? And, it is possible. More pressure is certainly possible if that Gardevoir comes down.
Yes. The only thing I'm worried about Gorbis is that they have already lost 2 of their Gorbis. And the thing about Gardebyss in particular is that while it can attack with its Gardevoirs, it really likes to stream Gorbis. So with 2 fish already down and 1 more at risk of being one-shot by reverse stream, I am a little worried. With that said, if we look at Shinx's board, while we can spam reverse stream, there is no energy. Oh, wow. Cara, what did we just see happen?
That's so clever. We saw the energy flip, hitting that Gorbis for 10, moving the Double Rainbow off the Gorbis onto I think it was on the Dunsparce. It doesn't matter. Double Rainbow can't be attached to a basic, buddy. That's discarded.
That was so disgusting.
Oh, I was going to talk about energy flip opportunities, but I did not think about moving the Double Rainbow just to get rid of it. That is so good, so clever. And now we just see a strike and a run. Now there's a couple of Ralts in play. There's a Ditto, but there's also a Sacrificial Dunsparce in the active.
And now, if you are Shinx, you finally have a chance to start putting energy somewhere on your board. Looks like we're setting up this Magneton for a potential magnetic force, which will absolutely shred through the Gorbis. Wow,
Yeah,
and
that's.
a well-timed Desert Shaman.
I'm telling you, I love Shaman in these Delcatty decks. I love just saying, look at me, my board does everything. Now you get 4 cards. Good luck.
Wow, this is just great gameplay here for Shinx. It's still a little fragile. We need lightning energy for the magnetic force, and if this Suicune goes down, there doesn't look like to be much in a way of attackers. But I'm liking what I'm seeing here for the Swampert player right now. I think they're in the driver's seat.
The one thing I wish that I could see is, I mean, I wish that I could see a Mudkip to set up a Swampert EX. I mean, that Suicune is holding its own, but I would love to see some Hyper Pumps, some Crushing Waves.
Yes, I think Crushing Wave, Energy Flip was great to take out that double rainbow, but in the back of my mind, I was thinking Crushing Wave would have done the same, but more. If your opponent tries to hide behind a Pokemon in the active, Swampert EX can really just push you the rest of the way there. But
You know, I had a great game just last night where I was playing Swampert, and let me tell you, Crushing Wave was the MVP against my opponent.
it's a phenomenal attack, especially against decks like Waylord. Anything that tries to hide, you can just start targeting it down. I love to use Crushing Wave against Magma. If they have a Groudon on the bench, just start putting 40 on it to set it up for an easy Hyper Pump later on. It's a great card. I love Swampert EX. And
I mean,
Shinx doesn't even need it.
Swampert historically was like the one deck that had a decisively strong matchup against Magma.
I struggle with Magma sometimes, but it mainly comes down to if they can nail a Desert Ruins to two-shot the Swampert. But if they need more time than 2 Pulverizes, then you can usually get there, which is why I like to play multiple Pokemon Nurse as a way to make sure that the Groudons can't get the rest of the way. Now, that's not what we're seeing here at all. Shinx is playing this very classical style list and is doing well, gets to keep their energy with this reverse stream attack.
The 4 prizes.
And Gardebyss only has 3 cards in hand.
Yep, it's going to be a big question whether they can get off Mystic Water here.
This Desert Shaman is doing wonders right now for Shinx. Even if there's the Mystic Water.
There's Rainbow.
So a Psy Shadow will be enough to take this knockout. So we are not done yet. Both players will be at 2 prizes after this knockout. Oh yeah, okay, good. So that also takes the KO. Gardevoir a bit. Well, actually, they both have the same HP remaining. So I was going to say it's more sturdy, but that's not the case. However, it cannot be Hypno Splashed. So Shinx now has to find an answer.
Not the position you want to be in if you're Shinx.
No.
Now, let's see. 2 energy in play. They could get 3 more. Magnetic forces wouldn't get there. What we could see if they have everything is Rare Candy, Swampert EX, 3 energy, and a Crushing Wave. We could also see a Hyper Pump on the active.
Yes.
They have to have a lot of stuff in their 8-card hand to make that work. That said, they have not done an energy draw yet this turn, so they could have a lot of cards. They could have Oracle. I mean, they sky's the limit right now.
I'm also looking at this Mystery Zone. If we can flood the board with energy, so if there's some sort of switching card, if you don't have to retreat, then a Magnetic Force... Oh, it'd only do 50. Yeah, it wouldn't get there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Force has a cap.
Yeah, I was thinking you can Mystery Zone to go get your basic Lightning. Maybe that's worth it just to set up the Magneton for later. But for now, yeah, it might have to be
well, they did do the Mystery Zone. Oh, energy on Swampert. So they look like they are going for the Hypno Splash. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. It doesn't take the knockout, but putting it to sleep is still pretty good.
Now,
and that 110 HP is very good.
Very high. I am assuming that this Swampert deck is playing Swampert EX, but so far in both games we've watched this deck, I don't think we've seen any Swampert EXs hit the board.
Oh, I would be shocked if there's no Swampert EX. I'd be shocked if there weren't multiple Swampert EX.
I agree. Probably 2 at least, if not 3.
At least.
Yeah,
I kind of
I'm
like
just
3.
putting it out there. We have not seen Swampert EX at all, and the town volunteers putting the Suicune back into the deck makes me kind of wonder.
Okay, unfortunately, that Gardevoir is awake.
Unfortunately,
Look, I have a clear Swampert bias here. I'm not going to apologize. I'm sorry.
you're an old head who's excited to see an old deck win. I don't blame you at all for this.
I mean, these are both technically old decks. I just like Swampert.
Fair enough. I can't blame you for that either. Now,
Shout out to Sylvia Landis from the Netherlands, who won, I believe, won Dutch nationals. I don't think twice, but definitely won in '05 with Gardevoir Gorbis. Was her pet deck.
wow, playing it in '05 is crazy. Not even '04, '05, where there were
I
meta
I
champs
believe
running around.
also played it in '04, but definitely played it in '05.
That's awesome. That's great. I love the history of this game. Yeah, so
Right.
okay. This is still a little precarious here. So
Now,
going to
here's what I'll say. 90 damage on that Gardevoir is not nothing. That could just be picked off by an energy flip later on down the line.
that's true. I think the Gardevoir is
And
going to stay active right now.
I don't think. Oh, hold on. I don't currently see a way that Swampert goes down.
No, I don't either. I think the
And
plan
that's
is energy burst and then clean up with a Mystic Water. And
that is major advantage for Shiny Shinx if the Swampert doesn't go down.
hey, there we go.
Oh, all right, 60 damage. Swampert's turn. I mean, like, I think they just this is their game to lose at this point.
Yeah, if the lightning is in the deck, that way the Magneton can just very easily threaten 30 damage on the Gorbis for the knockout. Yeah, and Ditto has 30 HP left too, so whatever Pokemon the Gardebyss player promotes after this Gardevoir goes down, it's looking tough.
You know what I wouldn't hate to see here? Hear me out. I wouldn't necessarily. Okay, well, I wouldn't hate seeing a bubble.
Oh, with the March Stomp?
Yeah, conserve the double Swampert. Take your prize. It doesn't matter if the Marshtomp goes down because that Magneton's waiting in the wings. And if the Marshtomp doesn't go down, it could become a Swampert EX and get huge really fast.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, especially
I
since
think send out that Marshtomp, bubble the Gardevoir, say, hey, your move. If you don't knock me out, I can just threaten a crushing wave on the Ditto for the win.
multi-energy.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to
Okay.
say if you're playing Mystery Zone, why would you not play basic lightning energy?
I mean, they may run both because they seem to want to have access to their Bellossom as an attacker.
That's true.
But I let's see, Gorbis. If Gorbis knocks out the Swampert, what would it even take? A 4 energy magnetic force still does it.
Well, it hits for weakness, right? So just be
Right.
3 energy.
Sure. So a 3 energy magnetic force still does it. My point is, this looks like a checkmate.
Yeah, yeah. If Gorbis just swings right now, then Shiny Shinx will have it because they can just magnetic field for the energy attach.
If
So
Gorbis swings, Shiny Shinx has it. The Shiny Shinx's best, or I'm sorry, Gardevoir's best option here is that Gardevoir itself, I think. But can they even pull off an energy burst KO? They could, right?
you would need.
That's 50 damage to threatening. Oh, that's not going to get there with that 110 HP.
Yeah, you would need a double Psy Shadow, which would require 2 Gardevoir in play. There's the
Oh,
X.
okay. So they're just hitting, and are we going to see the crushing wave knockout? I want to see it. I mean, we they have everything for it.
Yeah, that's it. Actually, that's game.
That's as soon as they declare the attack.
If Swampert retreats, then you magnetic force, magnetic field for the 2
Yep.
water, and then you
There
water
we go.
ball, and then you crushing
They're
wave.
doing it. Yep.
So
Perfect.
the Psy Shadow onto the Ditto ended up proving to be this final prize. Congrats to Shiny Shinx and Swiss 4-1. Makes it to
What
top
a
8.
showing for Swampert. Okay, I gotta say, I'm pretty excited about this this top 8 that's shaping up right now. We're not there yet. We have a couple matches still playing out, but I'm pretty excited by what this top 8 is going to look like.